Sheldon, how much does a win like that feel like you can put it on the feet or on the backs of the training staff and guys like Trevor St. Agath, even back all the way into February and the work that was done then?
Yeah, this is a team win. This is, all the players obviously to just bounce back the way that they did, and then like you say, the training staff, everybody in the organization that put the work in all year to prepare for these types of turnarounds, those types of overtimes, and then just to take care of our guys the way that we did with the meals and training staff that took care of bumps and bruises and all those kind of things. So yeah, this is the time of year where all that stuff kind of comes to a head, and it's good to see that we passed the test.
Is there a time in that game when you look at the work that they did along the wall, holding the puck in there, making sure it didn't become a problem out front? Guys like Chris Mueller, who seemed to get it in the corner for a whole minute back in there. Is that the kind of thing that as a coach you'd like to show in video the next day?
Yeah, well, some of those were a little bit long. I don't know if they'd want to sit through it, but definitely those are the types of plays. You're in control of the hockey game. You want it to stay that way. So anytime you can have long stretches in their end, not only takes away their ability to transition and play offense and score, but it takes away their will a little bit too. So that's what we were seeking to do. I didn't think we did enough of it in the second half of the game, frankly, but that first period for us was about as good as we could ask for.
Do you try and frame that third period in kind of bite-sized chunks so that guys remain focused?
Yeah, you know what, we wanted to continue doing a lot of the things that we were doing early in the game just to make sure we remained in control of it. I thought we got away from it a little bit at times. At 4-1, we give up a breakaway to one of their best people, and that's something we obviously don't want to be doing, but there was a lot of good things there as well. But you know what, we have to turn the page here now. This game is over with. Everything's going to reset itself back to zero. That's going to be a rested Syracuse team now when we play them again, and we know what to expect. It'll be more of the type of game that we saw in game 1 and 2. We know that, so we have to regroup ourselves here and recognize that the next one's going to be even tougher.
Did Garrett lobby you at all to play, or was your mind made up when you got on the bus for Pickard tonight?
Yeah, our mind was pretty much made up. I mean, Sparksy did all that we could ask of him. I thought, frankly, we would be doing him a disservice to put him back in today, just with that type of workload and the back-to-back and the travel. We just thought it was important to give him the day today, and it's obviously a much easier decision when you have someone like Calvin Pickard, who's waited for this opportunity, and he's worked, and he's just been terrific, and had full confidence that he'd be ready, and good on him. He gets his first pro playoff win.
We talked about the Swedes and the Europeans on this team the other day. How do you feel when they sweep the 3 stars like they did tonight?
Well, there's enough of them that I think the percentages are there for them. But yeah, those guys have contributed really well for us. I don't even know who the 3 guys are that you're referring to. I thought there was a lot of guys. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that have been contributing for us here today. I think we talked about post game. I don't think there was anyone that didn't have a good effort here for us today. And those are the types of games that you need to have this time of year.
After what you experienced in this building last year, you come out in the first period and it was suffocating. You dominated that first period. How important was that to shut this crowd down?
Vital. We were coming off of yesterday's win. We're up to coming in here against a team that when they get momentum, it's hard to get it back from them, and their crowd behind them makes it even more difficult. So that first period was huge for us, and let's be honest, we had a little bit of a demon here to conquer in terms of our ability to win on the road, and that goes back to last season against this team, but even in the first round against Utica, we had a chance to finish that series off and failed to do so because we couldn't get it together on the road. So to have a period like that was a real nice response by our guys, and a bit of a statement that we're taking that next step as a team. So that was a good sign. But as I say, it's going to go back to zero, and that's going to be a much better Syracuse team on Tuesday night. And we have to take care of ourselves and be ready to have our best game of the series.